Sorry about that. Good morning, everybody. My name is Marco Annoni. I'm from Viasat Group. I'm representing them. It's not. The Viasat Group is one of the major European telematics service providers, providing services and presence in all Europe and selling connected services all over Europe, Africa, and South America. The AnySolution, which is the company involved in this project, is the R&D engineering and manufacturing company of the group, developing all the telematic solutions that are operated on a commercial basis by the group, by the different subsidiary. I'll try to be as fast as possible because I know we are a bit late. Why are we present into this project? It's because the telematics is the essential tool for gathering information, data from any type of object, including vehicles, and process data and build a service on top of that. So in a nutshell, this is the scope of the telematics. Somebody call it Internet of Things. As a matter of fact, this is what we are doing. And as was already stressed by some of the previous speakers, Daniele, for instance, Baranzini, talk about the user-centric need that we need to adopt, and also the speaker Maurizio Veronese from 5T spoke about the need for public administration to integrate different sources of information. The role of the telematics is exactly that one, is to act as a glue for gathering, processing, storing data, and offering basic information that can be used for developing services. But in order to do that, we need to make our solution independent of each single user or each single service, and that's the challenge that we had to face from a technical standpoint in Steve. So what we did, we basically focus on the fact that we have a vehicle which is creating mobility, and as such is providing information that can be measured. So basically, one of the objective has been to equip the vehicle with the capacity to measure some parameters, including location, speeds, status of the car, the status of the battery, this kind of information in real time while the vehicle is being used. So a specific telematic box has been developed for doing that. And that telematic box is gathering the information and sending the information to what we have called a TSP, Telematic Service Provider Control Center. You can see in orange here in the drawing. The idea is that through a number of API, many different actors of the value chain can use the information and build services, public or private, based on that. Of course, the user is the end focus of the project. So everything is envisaged to help the user to have a better experience in mobility. I won't go too much into details because it would be boring. But in a nutshell, you can see here that we have basically six different companies that really interact to make this connected ecosystem a reality. So in the center, you have this onboard unit, which is the vehicular gateway, gathering information from many or sending information to many different objects. So one is the car, which is provided by JEC. One is the HMI, which is providing the interface to the end user. These are the specific customization that has been carried out for the VLAC pilot. So they were presented during the VLAC presentation. So this is the capacity to remotely lock and unlock the vehicle, or a specific camera to observe what is happening inside the vehicle. And this is the application that has been just presented by Marcus in the previous page. This is the mechanism the end user has to interact and to book the vehicle. So everything, as you can see, is glued together by this capacity of connectivity. So we have data that are gathered at this level in the vehicle, and all the data are stored about the mobility, about the status of the vehicle in this hub, which is open through API to external subject. So what we have done has been to integrate, to develop some, all of this activity, all of these blocks has been actually developed as prototypes, are actually up and running, and are currently used in a pre-operational station since many months, and many users have already driven the vehicles using these features that are constantly updated. From a backend standpoint, this is just 3 examples of snapshots what we can observe from a telematics service provider standpoint. These are 3 captures of trips that are being carried out one specific day into the 3 different test sites that are equipped with this vehicle. So you see Venaria, Turin, and Villac, and these are, for instance, single point. The green dot are single point where events are being measured. The number you cannot see here because it's too small, but specific information can be extracted, such as the average speed or the overspeed, if we decide to observe anything like that, the level of the battery, the acceleration. All these parameters that can be used for determining the style, the driving style, or usability of the vehicle. It's an integration of a number of functionalities that are already available, that were put together just to provide to the partner the capacity to gather data, to be evaluated, and to provide recommendation, being for the public administration or for each single actors trying to developing a specific product or a specific application. Unfortunately, because of the COVID, this event is held in a virtual manner, so you cannot touch, you cannot see what has been done, but these are just a number of drawings showing that this is not just PowerPoint engineering, but this is reality. So we have real vehicles that are equipped with real hardware and real software and real stuff that has been developed. So you can see here, this is the first version, actually, the prototype. The final one is black, but this is the first prototype of the onboard unit that has been developed and prototype, and is ready to become a commercial device. This is the preliminary. These are the preliminary snapshots of the application that Marcus mentioned just before me. This is the secure gateway. This is the mechanism for accessing the vehicle data on the CAN bus in a secure way without impacting the proper working of the vehicle. This is a prototype. This is on the bench, but it's installed in the vehicle. This is the prototype of the HMI, which consists of a tablet and a Raspberry that has been installed in the vehicle. So on top of the normal HMI, a specific additional HMI has been mounted there for any reason. This is a representation of a vision provided by the 2 cameras that has been installed in the vehicles provided to Villac. So in Villac, the 2 vehicles have been equipped with specific additional features. And the good things is that what we have set up is so flexible that we can actually tweak, since we have the control of the whole chain, starting from the sensor up to the data connection. We as a project team, we can actually try to add the service and see if it is working, how can work, or what are the limitations of our idea. So this is what we have actually done so far. Unfortunately, this COVID has blocked the possibility until today to really open the availability of the testing to everybody in the city. But hopefully we will have some months ahead for increasing increasing number of users, and to have additional feedback that can be useful to all of us to to better define as electrical mobility as a service can become a reality, which is the eventual goal of STEAM. And well, this is all I had to say. I hope not to be too long. I try to run as much as I can.